So sold the house last night. Yeah, we gave it a week because we wanted to see how many offers we could get. We got 9 offers in. Made a really nice chunk of change. So now I'm back on the bus, trying to get it done. Basically at this point I have 30 days to try to knock this thing out or get it to at least a point that I'm comfortable with, driving it someplace else to kind of finish it up. So yeah, going to back to getting the bed platform done, which will also be where the batteries are stored. That's 100 gallons of fresh water. And yeah, and as I keep saying, wood was stupid expensive. I spent $100 and I couldn't even tell you. It's just dumb how expensive wood is. But so yeah, about to unbox these batteries and figure out a way to mount those. So here we go. Alright, so as per usual, things are taking a little bit longer than I'd like it to. I feel like the base is kind of where I need it to be for the most part. I don't believe I have enough plywood to make the entire base structure on there. So I'm going to get what I can up there. It's 95 out today. It's pretty brutal. And it's 3 days in a row with this. 3 days in a row of this, I'm just kind of wiped out. Next week is my last week of working. Technically I'll be retired. I don't plan on going back to work after that, but you never know what'll happen. But I'm gonna try to get that platform on, and then after that I'll kind of have like free reign to go to town for the most part. I think once this is done, a lot of the stuff will go a little bit easier. Mainly because I'll be able to structure it, where this was kind of like I need to piece things together thinking where I might need stuff. So that kind of, you're guesstimating, taking longer to measure stuff, plus painting pieces, letting them dry, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, hopefully I'm optimistic the rest of it will go a little bit faster, minus some of the plumbing and the electrical. But yeah, I almost have 30 days left to get this to where I can put it. One concern I have right now is one of my blinkers is out. Not really sure why, because it shouldn't be the wiring harness, because all the other lights that go to that side of the bus are fine. All the blinkers on that side are fine, so the front and the side, it's the back one, which is kind of important, because when you're in a thing this big, you can't just like hand signal or just bust a move, because you're gonna wipe people off the map. So I'm gonna have to try to get that figured out, which I'm not looking forward to. She ain't pretty, but she's in. It's a real challenge because buses aren't square. So yeah, I'm probably gonna drill a bunch of holes in the plywood for aeration. I don't know, I've heard that that's kind of important in a bus or a van, just for moisture levels, and you don't want the mattress to get soggy and stuff like that. Had just enough OSB left to make up the platform, but it's not going to be seen anyways once the mattress is in. So yeah, got the dresser's going to go there. Probably a little mini storage over there, not quite sure what's going to happen there. And then there's water storage, like I was saying. There's going to be staircase right there for the dogs. And there's also going to be a water indicator, the check level indicator there, whatnot. Over here, I'm going to build out some basic storage. And then as well as up there will all be storage. So yeah, I got a lot of work ahead of me. Every time I think like, oh yeah, I can do this quick, I see more and more stuff that tells me that I am not going to do it quick, but we'll see what happens. All right, so I'm back on the bus today, and technically I am retired. Yesterday was my last day of work, and hopefully I can keep that trend going for the rest of my life. Although what I have planned is going to be more work than I've ever done in my life, so we'll see how that all goes. But until then, working on the bus. Decided yesterday, kind of, that I really need to pick my battles. And I feel like I can probably get it done in the 30 days that I have left, but I'm not going to risk not having it function just so I can do like a lot of the pretty stuff. So as much of the pretty stuff as I can, I'll be putting off, just so I can get it functional with the kitchen, bathroom, all that good stuff. So if worst comes to worst, I can at least move it. It's still functional. I can either take it to my parents' house and finish it, or take it to a friend's property here in Washington and finish it up. So today, what I'm going to be doing is, so this is technically what they call the garage. As you saw before, I had the batteries in and the tank. Up there's the dresser. I'm going to box this in with paneling so I can attach all the electrical components to the walls and start plumbing all the, or I guess not plumbing, but wiring all the electrical. And then once I get that, I can start building up a lot of the other stuff. So yeah. It's real comfy in here. Today's going to be kind of a bust in a sense that I wanted to wire the all the solar components together and stuff like that, as far as making the core system minus the outlets and things like that, and lights and switches and blah blah blah. But yeah, me not being a very good planner, went to Home Depot today. They literally did not have anything I needed for that, so I grabbed what I could. It was stupid expensive, but I'm gonna wire what I can. Then depending on the rest of the day, I'm gonna either lay out wiring that I, for the lights and stuff like that, or maybe work on the plumbing, or perhaps a little bit more on the interior. But it's 4th of July. Last night was kind of a war zone on the island. Tonight's gonna be worse, so I'm gonna bug out with the dogs to try to keep them calm, sit on a mountain somewhere. And then tomorrow, I'm going to be helping my neighbor with her floor. So I kind of lose that day. Well, I do lose that day. But when a neighbor asks for help, you help them. So that's what I'm going to do. All right, so I'm inside the bus now. Today's kind of been just a total S show, if you know what I mean. Couldn't get the wiring. Plumbing's not working out the way that it's supposed to. I don't feel like taking another trip. I need to be out of here soon for the dogs and 4th of July. I've literally accomplished nothing. So I'm starting the staircase to the bed platform right now. I did check the water tank and it seems to be functioning fine. I was a little worried about the placement of the fill station being a little too low, but it actually is working. It's not the best, but it's working. So yeah, I don't know. See what we can get done. And then I lose tomorrow, and then Tuesday I'll be back at it to try to go full steam. So I don't know, I didn't feel like running wires today anymore because I'm just a little bit defeated, and running wires is really tedious and boring, so I'm trying to make something. All right, stair frames are in. They're able to support me, which it's not really what they're going to be used for. It's just the dogs. So got at least that done, but kind of an unproductive day. I was on the phone with FedEx and Home Depot about a package that was misdelivered, and which was, I guess, technically my fault. And yeah, I don't know. Started getting the inverter wired up, but most of the stuff I needed for wiring wasn't around. So at least got the shore power connected to it, and the start of the breaker box is there. So I don't know, dog's already going crazy, so I'm gonna pack up and head to the mountains in a bit. Doesn't look like much, but walls are starting to go up. There's technically my toilet. Hooray. So I think overall I got a little over ambitious with the toilet idea. It's a composting toilet, if you don't know. And yeah, I'm trying to, most people just make a giant box they either spend like over $1,000 on a on one that's, sorry, they usually spend like $1,000 on a high-end one, or they make a box. I am trying to, in a sense, make a cheap box look more like a higher end one. So we'll see what happens. All right, so I think I'm gonna wrap it up for the night. May come back and do a little bit more after I cook dinner, but got called over to my neighbor's house to help her do some difficult cuts on her floor, so got sidetracked again. But yeah, so far got the base of the toilet framed out. I'm actually, most people, like I was saying, make a giant box that encompasses the whole thing, which does make it easier in some aspects of things, but I'm actually going to do a rounded front to it, and then try to make it look more like a toilet. And then yeah, that's going to be my shower. I think I briefly talked about it earlier, but I was actually going to use a shower pan, but you know, the shower pans look a lot better. They're nicer, they're more expensive, but I watched a girl talk about how she put one of those in hers because it gave her a place to wash clothing and stuff like that. And I thought, well, you know, hey, there's going to be times where I might not have access to laundry, so if there's an emergency situation that comes up that I need to you know, wash something, I could at least throw it in there and do a basic wash or something. So that's that. Tomorrow I want to try to get more progress on that. I think I'm gonna try to knock down like a solid, get the bathroom done before I worry about getting the wiring done, but we'll see. So yeah.